All right.
You all right there? You just texting away?
No, I'm actually looking up for our list here because I just wanted to get
we jumping in? We're done with that stuff, right?
We're done with that stuff,
okay,
baby.
List time?
List time. How many honorable mentions do you have?
I have 2, but okay. So before we get into this, I just want to say one thing. I was wondering why, in comparison to last year, there's just not a lot of stuff on there. And then I realized it's because the festivals aren't done yet. In particular, Sundance isn't done yet, so distributors haven't purchased any movies from there, or like that we know of, and they will probably get picked up for like the last half of the year.
Yeah, well, a lot of the films right now, because obviously our most anticipated films that we're going to talk about probably won't even end up on our top 10 films of 2019 or anything like that, because there's always like those festival films that are like released within the year and stuff like that, and all that stuff. The only films that we really know about are the kind of the bigger films that have been announced already.
Yeah, the bigger ones.
The bigger ones.
Or the ones, in particular, there's one on here that got pushed back. It was supposed to come out last year. It got pushed back to this year.
And some of these, especially one of them on my list, IMDb says it's being released in 2019, but that's not even a definite on some of these. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't even know. It could be 2020 for all we know, you know? But they say, it says 2019.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So that's what we're going by. I have 20 honorable mentions.
All right, so if you want to just list off 10, I have 2, so.
Okay, yeah, exactly. All right. So, first one is Glass.
Okay.
I mean, it's coming out like in a week. Mm-hmm. So, or in a couple days from now, actually. So
there you go.
So like in a week, whatever. The other one is Under the Silver Lake. David Robert Mitchum's film. He did It Follows.
Okay.
This film seems like a super artsy film. Looks crazy. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the Mr. Rogers biopic, of course, because after a documentary, you always got to do one.
Yeah.
But this one's directed by the director of Can You Ever Forgive Me? And she seems like she knows what she's doing. I mean, that film has been getting a lot of praise.
Oh, and, yeah, the Melissa McCarthy film.
Yeah, and Tom Hanks is freaking, you know.
Oh, okay,
is
that
Rogers.
actually makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Next one is Shazam.
Okay.
I hope it's good. Next one is 1917. It's an original Sam Mendes movie. That's all I know about it. Nothing is known about it, but it takes place during World War I, and it's an original movie by Sam Mendes. Looking forward to it.
That sounds good.
The other one is Chaos Walking, Doug Liman's new film with Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland.
Yep.
Based on a series of books. I love Doug Liman, so there you go. Mm-hmm. Next one was almost on my list until I thought about another one, Toy Story 4.
Okay.
The next one is Aladdin. Next one is Knives Out, which is Rian Johnson's original movie. Nothing is really known about it other than it's an original movie from Rian Johnson, who can create some really good original movies, like with Looper. Mm-hmm. And then my 10th one is It, Chapter 2. I love the first one, and I'm looking forward to the next chapter in that saga, or trilogy, or whatever they're going to do with it.
Let's just make this easy. Two of the ones that you said are both on my list.
Oh, okay.
My honorable mentions. Under the Silver Lake. It's an A24 film, which is a winner for me usually. Mm-hmm. Neo-noir mystery film. Mm-hmm. Andrew Garfield's going to be in it. Yeah, David Robert Mitchell, as you said. Mm-hmm. And many found it polarizing due to the cryptic nature of the script, which sounds right up my alley.
Okay.
And the other one that you mentioned was Knives Out. I'm a sucker for whodunits, and Rian Johnson's doing it. That's cool. And Daniel Craig and Chris Evans is in the lead, so that's awesome as well.
Oh yeah. So you're not anticipating any of the other movies I said?
No, I am. It's just like I tried to keep it like top of the line or whatever. So
okay.
I don't know.
Oh, what were you saying? These films are not top of the line?
No,
I'm
okay.
I'm just
honestly, I was like, there's certain movies that I just feel like it's like siding with air. Like everyone fucking likes it.
I got you. All right, my last 10 is Dark Phoenix. Yeah, I fucking said it. Sue me.
You're really just hoping for them to go back to like first class and like Days of Future Past, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But this film, and if the movie does suck, you're gonna be like, "Oh, you ate your words, Nico," and be like, "No." That happens all the time. Anticipated films turn out shitty all the time.
Yeah,
it's just it happens. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so shut up. You know who you are. The next one is Lion King, Captain Marvel, Godzilla 2. And the next one is Joker. The only reason I'm sort of anticipating this film is more so out of curiosity and Joaquin Phoenix.
Sure.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on that one yet, but I thought I'd throw that in there out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Next one is John Wick 3.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is Spider-Man Far From Home. And then The Prodigy is the next one. It's a horror film, comes out in February. And then Dumbo by Tim Burton. And then this one, you're going to be surprised, is not on my list. Is Star Wars Episode 9.
I am kind of surprised.
Yeah, that one isn't... And you know why? It's because I am anticipating that movie. I am. You know what I'm not anticipating, though? The fucking fan reaction that's inevitably going to happen after that film. It's going to drive me insane.
There is a lot of good... Like, you're thinking ahead. You're thinking ahead. You weren't just thinking about, oh, I'm excited for the movie. You're thinking about what's the backlash as well. Yeah. Which is kind of cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it's inevitably going to happen, and I'm not looking forward to that, which makes me slightly less excited for the film, and that's super sad. And again, I've said this before, the thing that's ruining Star Wars for people is the fandom, and this is a prime example of that. It's like, because I'm looking forward to this film, but I'm not looking forward to the insane crying, bitching, and whining that even if this film is great, and it quote-unquote fixes The Last Jedi, which that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Because I like The Last Jedi, but if it quote-unquote fixes The Last Jedi or whatever, people are still going to be fucking... That's with every Star Wars film, dude. You always get that backlash, but it's been turned up to 11 in recent years, probably because of social media and the internet.
Yeah.
You know, it's oh god, I'm not looking forward to that aspect of it. But the actual film, I am looking forward to. So
you can't please them all.
Can't please them all. But so I'm not looking forward to that aspect. But I'm looking forward to the film. It's just a shame that took it out of my top 5 because of the fans. Yeah. The fans took it out of my top 5. Thanks, fans!
I get it.
Gosh. Alright,
Is that all of them?
That's all of them, yeah.
Damn, that was 20?
That was 20, baby.
That's a lot of movies.
I did 10, and then in my 10, I just mentioned the 2 you had.
So, yeah.
Alright, go ahead. Okay, what's your number 5? What's your number 5?
My number 5, this might be surprising to you. It's Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
That's great voice cast, promising 3D visuals. I mean, the textures.
It looks so good. It looks so good.
Josh Cooley is director. He was screenplay and storyboard artist for many Pixar movies. Mm-hmm. The only thing that brings my excitement down is every entry has gotten a little weaker to me personally, and this one especially seems unnecessary, but I still love Toy Story, and I can't lie that I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, that was on my list, but we'll get to the film that took it out in a second, that bumped it off. Yeah, dude, that doesn't surprise me at all. It's friggin' Toy Story, dude, and it looks great.
I guess. I don't know.
No, it looks...
No, I thought you just thought of me as somebody who likes, like, gore porn or whatever.
No, of course not. I mean, I know you're partial to, like, kind of obscure type cinema.
Sometimes.
But yeah, but I mean, you give every film its due, though. That's what I like about you. You know.
Thank you.
My next film is called The Kid.
Okay.
The Kid. Have you heard of this film?
I definitely have, but remind me.
It's an upcoming indie biographical western, directed by Vincent D'Onofrio about Billy the Kid.
Okay.
And the cast is freaking... Vincent D'Onofrio reunites with his Magnificent Seven cast. Like, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke is in it. So those two are in Magnificent Seven, along with Vincent D'Onofrio. Mm-hmm. Dane DeHaan is in it. Alec Baldwin is in it. Or, sorry, Adam Baldwin, whatever. Same. It's a Baldwin brother. Yeah, dude.
I mean, that does sound lit.
It does sound lit, right? I'm a huge Western fan. I love Westerns. And this seems like a really cool kind of Western. It's about... it's about Billy the Kid, obviously, one of the most notorious bandits from freaking the Western age. Dane DeHaan plays Billy the Kid, which actually is, like, perfect casting, because Billy the Kid was, like, a scrawny little dude. He was not, like, some big dude, you know what I mean? The story is about a young boy who reaches out to Billy the Kid to help save his kidnapped sister. And that just sounds dope. I'm a sucker for Westerns, and I think this is Vincent D'Onofrio's directorial debut. I could be wrong, he might have done some other stuff. But he's a pretty good actor. Very, like, character actor and very method actor. So I'm really looking forward to his Western, The Kid.
Yeah.
That's just awesome.
Yeah, that does sound really cool. Do you know if it's coming out, like, on, like, any platforms or whatever? Like, any distributing companies have it?
Lionsgate has it.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's... Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say Netflix.
No. No, Lionsgate has it. I think it's wide release it's going to be, and it's May 23rd.
Man, I feel like I'm trashing on Netflix. It's because, like...
Well, I mean...
they put a lot of effort into certain movies.
They do.
So, like...
And you know what's funny? this is so crazy because there's going to be a certain film on my top 5.
Oh yeah.
That's like,
yeah.
I'm going to go against everything we just said about Netflix.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, but just to let you know, May 23rd, 2019, The Kid.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I like that. My number 4 is it's John Wick 3, dude. I love John Wick,
so
dude.
Good.
John Wick 2 left on a great note.
It did.
Not only set up the next one, but possibly exposed some world building to expect in the next entry, which is awesome.
Yep.
The John Wick franchise is so successful to me because it never revealed its entire hand when delving into its universe.
Mm-hmm.
Every time an answer was given to you, like 3 more questions would rise up.
Yeah.
Which was always cool. I'm looking forward to a conclusion, but I also wouldn't be disappointed if it's set up for more than just like the TV series that's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's just been a really stale landscape for like action films to me lately.
Oh, dude, the action film? Like, I'm not talking about fantasy action or like comic book action, but just straight action. That film genre is like dead.
So that's why I'm saying like I'm looking forward to this movie. Yeah. It's kind of kept it alive. It defibrillated the shit out of it.
It really did. It was really the most creative
that and like
action film.
That and like Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah. That's also keeping it alive. But yeah, like just the normal action film has really kind of unfortunately had like the death kill happen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. My number 4 should be no surprise to you here. Now, this film, IMDb says it's coming out in 2019.
I swear to God.
I don't know if it's coming out in 2019. What am I going to say here? Okay, so... But there's no release date.
Oh, okay.
On
it better not be the movie I'm thinking of. I'll lose my shit.
Underwater.
Never mind.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Okay. I was like, I don't think this is. I don't. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think you'd be that upset about me looking forward to Underwater. It says it's being released in 2019. I swear on my life, it better be. It has big actors in it. Kristen Stewart's in it. T.J. Miller's in it. Jessica Henwick is in it. Come on, bro. John Gallagher Jr. is in it.
Okay.
These are big actors. You know, like, this is legit. This is for those of you who don't know, this is Will Eubank's junior film.
Which we just talked about, like, 2 of his movies.
Yeah, Love and then The Signal, and then this is his 3rd film, so this is his junior film. This is his biggest budget film, being apparently $60 to $80 million is what
Holy
I've been getting. And so I cannot wait for the visuals this guy can pull off with an $60 to $80 million budget. I mean, it's going to be sick, dude. And the premise is a crew of underwater researchers must scramble to safety after an earthquake devastates their subterranean laboratory. So, I don't know, knowing Will Eubank, especially how much he loves sci-fi, he didn't write the script, but knowing how much he loves sci-fi and he kind of loves art house cinema, I feel like this is going to be a lot deeper. Mm-hmm. Or because this is the first film to really be in the machine. This is a Fox film. 20th Century Fox has this. I hope he doesn't kind of acquiesce to them and just sort of make a simple adventure movie. I hope he doesn't. I hope he sticks with his guns and makes a Will Eubank film, you know, and like really kills it.
Yeah.
You got to admire, I mean, even you who's not a huge fan of his films, you got to admire his like ambition.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just not like a dude who's just trying to make like a film everyone else
Which
is
I've
making.
definitely given credit to.
For sure. For sure. He's definitely trying to do something different with each of his films. I'm looking forward to it. I hope this film freaking comes out in 2019. And as a matter of fact, there's another guy in here who's an actor in this film. His name is Gunnar Wright. He was the main character in Love. I actually emailed this dude. I asked him about Underwater. I'm like, yo, when's this film being released? Like, is this 2019? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, is this film being released? And of course, before that, I was like, hey, like, I'm a big fan. Like, I love Love. I'm probably that movie's biggest fan because of how obscure it is, blah, 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 and all that stuff. And he just kind of sent me back this really nice. It was very nice, but sounded kind of generic. He's like, hey, Niko, hope you had a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. So glad you caught that. Meaning, because I also told him that his character in Underwater is named Lee. So I'm like, that's a funny Easter egg there. And he's like, so glad you caught that. And yes, it was a nice little nod to Love. All the best. Gunnar Wright. I'm like, that was nice for him to respond. You know?
Didn't answer the question, though.
No, he didn't answer the question at all. That's the thing. Is like, I'm like, yo, is that being released? Like, what's going on here? It's like, nope. He just didn't even ask it, or didn't even answer it. But it was still nice of him to respond.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that.
Yeah, that was so that's pretty cool. I really do hope really do hope it's released in 2019. So.
Maybe he didn't want to answer it because it's not coming out in 2019.
I know, right? Or maybe he just doesn't know.
That's probably true too.
I don't know, man. I hope this film comes out soon.
So, that's your number 4?
That's my number 4.
Oh shit, dude! I was not ready for this. I was not.
I need to know what film you thought I was gonna say. But...
Oh yeah, I'll tell you.
Right.
Because the movie would, if it was what I thought it was, I would have thrown every single movie off of this list, and it would have been just the only movie standing.
Really?
What movie is it? Come on.
I don't want to say it because
you know me so well.
I think I know what it is, but then I'm gonna spoil my number 2.
Okay.
Or 3. You know.
Okay. Well then we'll let it ride out for a little bit.
Okay.
Number 3. I'm sorry to do this to you. That it's not my number 1. It's Avengers Endgame.
Hey man, it's fine. It's not your number 1.
A lot is riding on the success of this. If it succeeds, it means people, including me, will be with Marvel for the long haul. But if it fails, it means starting the circle all over again. Building a cinematic world up for a big payoff that may never work again. That is fucking disheartening.
Dude, oh my gosh, the pressure is on.
The pressure is on.
I think even more than Infinity War. The pressure is on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
I have the utmost faith in this movie, though. I have the utmost faith in the Russo brothers since they jumped in the MCU. Has only gotten stronger. The emotional beats are there, better action sequences, and an increase to the stakes.
Yeah, for sure.
So the trailer looks promising, showing the setup but never revealing any big moments past what seems to be the first hour mark.
Yep.
This gives me hope because Marvel trailers have always kind of been what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
The trailer looks really good.
It. And then people were like, "Oh, it didn't show enough." I'm like,
That's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah,
that's like, exactly what most people want.
Yeah, like what the fuck did you want? Like the entire movie?
Yeah,
like,
let me just see the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, let me just see the last.
Throw that in there. Real quick.
Just throw that in there. Yeah. See, one thing I will disagree with you on though is like being with Marvel with the long haul. That movie for me was the Avengers. That's when I was with Marvel for the long haul. So I'm a lifelong comic book fan and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's just to me, I heard that once this what you wouldn't even call it phase anymore because they technically have phases, but this entire arc.
Yeah.
If they reset it and like switched up the characters,
true,
but had the same characters but switched up the people playing that character.
Yeah.
Fucking lame.
That would be
lame as fuck, and I really don't want to sit through that again unless they're going to do something big like this, a grandiose payoff. Yeah. That's what I have to look forward to.
100%. I totally get where you're coming from. Yeah. If they do something like that, even I would be pissed. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Literally just going around in circles. I want to see a more threatening... I want to see them unite. Mm-hmm. I want to see them build an army, what the Avengers should be, because the Avengers is not 6 people. It's like fucking a registration.
Yes.
I want to see all of that, and I want to see them fight like Ultimus.
Yes.
Or not Ultimus. What's the... Galactus.
Galactus. Oh...
Yeah,
exactly. That'd be so good. That'd be so good.
I want that so bad.
I would freaking cry. All right. My number 3. Mm-hmm. You were surprised I'm surprised I haven't had like a big budget film on here yet. Well, number 3 is The Irishman.
Okay.
Martin Scorsese's new film.
Martin Scorsese.
Scorsese. Martin Scorsese, baby. Okay. This film reunites freaking Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci. Baby, Joe Pesci came out of retirement for this film.
Yep.
Holy crap. This film has a long production history. But here's the thing, though. This is insane, because we were just, like, bitching about Netflix and how they don't have great stuff. This is a Netflix film. Netflix is distributing this film.
Yes.
So, I don't know. Martin Scorsese is behind the helm, though, so...
Yeah,
you can't go wrong.
Even his worst movies are like good.
Yes. What do you think is his worst film?
Shutter Island.
Really? Yeah, I like Shutter Island.
I mean, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I'm trying to think. What do I think is the worst?
There's actually another one. Who's That Knocking at My Door? Which is his first feature length film. That's pretty good too.
I've never seen it.
Harvey Keitel's in it.
Oh, okay, cool. You know, that's weird. Now that I'm thinking about it, Shutter Island actually might be the worst, but worst is kind of in quotes.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. No, I get you. I cannot wait for this film. I want to see, because the crazy production story behind this is because, first of all, this film had a huge budget. I think it was like with investors and stuff, he got like $140 million. I don't know why studios didn't want this film, first of all, because this is huge, dude. Freaking Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci all in a film together.
And
finally.
Harvey Keitel.
And Harvey Keitel. What's going on here? Like, why doesn't a studio want this film? Point is, no one wanted it, but he got some investors to, I believe, give him like $100 million. But then they backed out, right, midway through. Mm-hmm. But then Netflix came in. They're like, no, we want that shit, right? They gave him $140 million, right, or like an extra $40 million, whatever, to like, because the budget kept ballooning because of the de-aging effects they're going to do on the 3 characters, which I'll get into in a second. But then, apparently, with the de-aging effects and everything, the budget ballooned again to around $170 million. This film cost $170 million. This is a $170 million drama. I'm all for it. Apparently, the money is all going into those effects because I think I was watching, actually, Ant-Man and the Wasp. You know, the beginning scene with Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer. I was watching an interview with the director, Peyton Reed, talking about that, and he said those are the last effects you get on a film, like right until the deadline, because those effects, they take so long. They're so like minute in their detail, like they're very, very difficult to not only do but just to pull off well. Yeah. So with a film like a Netflix film that Netflix is behind and not like Disney, that's what I'm nervous about. Is like, because if the story's good enough, I can overlook it, but I really hope that the effects are good enough to not take me out of it. Because if de-aging effects really are like the hardest special effects or visual effects to do, it's like that kind of makes me nervous.
I don't think if they looked that bad, he would even release it. Like, not because
That's
like
true.
he doesn't really have a say, but like I think that he would fight to push it back. Right. Or we would hear about it at least. Like, I didn't want to release this movie. We would hear it in an interview or something like that.
Yeah. And you're right, because I think Martin Scorsese, he's not anti-technology at all. No. You know, he's made a 3D film. He shot digitally before. This film is his second film he's shooting digitally. First one was Hugo. And have you ever seen the visual effects reel for Wolf of Wall Street? How many visual effects are actually in that film?
No.
It is insane, dude. As a matter of fact, I think there were more visual effects shots in Wolf of Wall Street than like a big blockbuster that came out that year. And it was like, what?
I mean, with the length, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like all the landscapes, they changed everything. So he's really pro technology, and I think he can pull it off. I mean, come on.
I think so too.
He said in an interview, he's like, we're kind of doing the Benjamin Button type technology, like that type of thing. And Benjamin Button, from what I recall, looked really good, like with its technology like that. So if they can de-age Pacino, De Niro, and Pesci, like that'd be fucking sick. I'm looking forward to it, dude. I can't wait for this film. And we were just talking about how Netflix releases garbage, right? Yeah. But now this film, I'm looking forward to. It's on my top 5 most anticipated, and it's a friggin' Netflix film. But Netflix is stepping up their game, man. They're trying to get these big-time directors. They got the Coen brothers, Alfonso Cuarón, Martin Scorsese. I mean, if Quentin Tarantino does a Netflix film, it's game over. Then you know it's like, okay. Yeah. Because you know how he is with stuff like
it's
that.
not like I don't think that they have good content. It's just they have a lot of mediocre content.
Yeah.
It like outweighs it almost.
Yeah,
so you have to be careful.
And even with these big directors like the Coen brothers, Ballad of Buster Scruggs was kind of mediocre.
I mean, yeah.
So I'm a little nervous about it. I hope it's good. I can't friggin' wait.
Yeah. So I think I know what your number 2 was, and I'm thinking it might be my number 2 as well. It might be. Just is it Once Upon a Time?
Yes,
in
it is.
Hollywood?
Yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Probably the best ensemble cast this year.
Oh, so good.
I've seen every single Tarantino film, including Four Rooms, which is kind of an underlooked one, and enjoyed them all. I heard it will harken back to his Pulp Fiction structure, focusing on the Manson family murders and an actor and a stunt double trying to break into the film industry. It also doesn't sound like a fictional depiction of Hollywood, since Mike Moe plays Bruce Lee, Damian Lewis plays Steve McQueen, and Margot Robbie plays Sharon Tate. Wife of Roman Polanski at the time.
Yeah.
Additionally, Tarantino is famous for his cinematic world, and his cinematic world within the cinematic world, meaning he will probably alter like the facts, like he did with like
Inglourious Basterds and stuff like that. That's what I'm expecting. Like, I'm actually expecting him to kind of rewrite.
So even if you know what happens in the real thing, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Well, that's the thing is like with the ensemble cast and stuff. Do you think? And this is kind of what I'm predicting here is like with the ensemble cast and stuff. I think originally this film was kind of played off as like, oh, this is about, just when it was announced, that it was about Charles Manson and the Manson murders, basically. It was his Manson murder, Manson family movie. But then, obviously, as more and more information has come out about it, it almost seems like the Manson family murders are just sort of like in the background. Like, it's kind of set during that time.
If I had to take a guess, it would be that is like one side of the picture, and then he's going to build up the whole actor and stunt double thing, and then the two are gonna fucking interweave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they might seem like different, like completely different storylines at first, and then like they might interweave because Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt's character are not real. They're fictional characters.
Yes,
they're not based on anybody.
Yes.
So
what's probably gonna happen is those characters will probably be the ones to alter history. If I had to guess.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yes, I'm fucking super excited.
I'm super excited. Again, the cast is absolutely amazing. And I'm a little... what's the word? I'm not as huge of a Tarantino fan as, like, everyone else is. I like him and I like his films, but I feel like he does kind of get a little too much praise sometimes. I feel like he can get away with a lot of dumb shit he does just because he's Quentin Tarantino. Uh-huh. But this film, I'm intrigued by the premise. Amazing director. He can obviously pull off like a lot of things. This is really the first time I've like heard a premise that I'm really interested in because Quentin Tarantino loves Hollywood.
Yeah.
And this is really like his first real film about the industry. And this film is like has Oscar written all over it. A freaking movie made about Hollywood by Quentin Tarantino? Come on, cuh.
The thing is, he'll get nominated for stuff because people know that his shit is good, but he will never win. He never wins.
True. Well, didn't he win? What did he win recently? Didn't he win for Django, like for screenplay?
He might have actually.
Yeah, I think he won screenplay for Django.
At the very least, Christoph Waltz won for Best Supporting Actor.
Yes, and Ennio Morricone won for Hateful Eight's score.
Hateful Eight, much deserved. Too late.
Yeah, for real.
Not even his best score.
But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, oh, dude, I can't wait for it. This is really the first premise from Tarantino that's actually had me intrigued. Like, when I heard, he wants to make a Western, I'm like, okay. Even though I love Westerns, I'm like, a Tarantino Western? I'm like, because, I like Django, but I don't like it as much as everyone else.
I fucking love Django.
I know you love Django, but I'm just not huge on it like everyone, so I'm like, okay, Hateful Eight, another one. Or it's like, he's going to do a World War II film. I'm like, okay, another one. That's like another World War II film. Like, come on, cut. So, this is the first time I'm listening to a premise, and I'm like...
We're definitely singing different tunes about him.
Yes, we are. Again, I think he's a little bit overrated, all I'm saying, but he's a great director, though, I will admit.
I see, sure, he might be, but there's no one making movies like him. There's nothing...
He definitely creates his own movie, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think the praise is justified a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. And he's never that fucking guy who has to go out and diss these big films or diss these fucking superhero films. He's never that guy. As a matter of fact, he defends those films all the time.
Yes.
And that's what I like about it, man.
Yes. And it's funny because you just brought up Martin Scorsese. If I had to pick two people that love film more than any other like filmmaker, it's those two.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because that's what Tarantino started, was because of his love for it. He's like, I see all this. I think I could do that too. Yeah. Awesome. And I mean, Martin Scorsese has his own film school like classes. And stuff.
Master classes,
dude.
No, 100%, dude. That's why I love both these guys. Is because. Again, you never see, like, no offense to Tony Gilroy or, what's his name? Alejandro G. Iñárritu or anything. But, like, when people come out and they say superhero films are cultural genocide or the death of cinema or whatever, you're not... Come on, dude. Like, why? Why are you doing that? Just Quentin Tarantino, one of the best filmmakers of all time, arguably, straight up loves those films.
Yeah.
So if he loves those films, who the hell... Like, why are you right? Like, if you want to share an opinion, that's fine, but don't, like, diss anyone else who likes it.
I bet they don't even like Tarantino films.
Yeah, they probably don't. You know, the funny thing is, though, is that they did a round table or whatever with the Hollywood.
Yeah, he was there.
Park.
Yeah, they were both there in the same room.
Yeah,
I watched that one.
And they seemed like they kind of liked each other, sort of. I don't know. I can't really remember, but anyway.
Maybe they're just being civil. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I think if I just had to like project my theories about that relationship, it's probably like he actually really does like Quentin Tarantino really does like Iñárritu. He admires him, but then Iñárritu in his head is like this Hollywood machine motherfucker. Even though he's not even the Hollywood machine really, but he's like this mainstream motherfucker. Like, you know, because I know how. I don't know him. I don't know him, so I don't want to say I know. But I've heard stories about Iñárritu, how he's kind of a dick who thinks like he's kind of better than everyone else. That's what I heard. Just from people who have walked off the set of The Revenant, you know, because you know a lot of people quit that set, right?
Not really.
Yeah, a lot of people. It took 9 months to film that movie, and a lot of people quit. They walked off that set because they just couldn't handle it. And a lot of people were saying that he was just the worst. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, both of our number ones, and that, by the way, that was not the movie I was referring to. I was obviously referring to Dune. I would throw every single fucking movie.
Oh yeah, no.
If it was Dune,
well,
but we don't know if it's coming out.
Know.
The thing is, though, this man has released a movie a year for like 7 years straight or whatever.
Yeah.
So the fact that he didn't release anything in 2018 tells me that 2019 is probably his year.
Yeah. That's true, but I mean, don't forget this is a big budget film.
The quality has never dropped for any of his
No, it
movies
hasn't
either.
It hasn't. This is a huge, but I think this will probably be more than Blade Runner. In all honesty, like the budget, you know.
Oh yeah, if I had to guess, yeah.
So,
I can't wait for it.
Yeah, these films take time, so it might be 2020, but we don't know.
So we both know each other's number one. I think mine is The Irishman.
Yep.
Yeah, and yours is
Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Our number 3s and 1s flip-flopped.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our number 2 stayed the same, though.
Yeah, and that's something?
It was kind of interesting for me. I basically agree with you on everything that you said about Irishman. The only thing is, I really want this to succeed as a crime drama because this could be the last hoorah for all those actors.
That's true. That is true, especially all of them together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I mean, as we were talking about how Robert De Niro, like he didn't have like a ton of like great roles or whatever. He's been kind of like on a dry spell or whatever with stuff. But it's like he really hasn't had any great scripts come his way.
That's true.
I think probably the last one, and this is debatable for some people, is like Silver Linings Playbook.
That was a great film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I think if you gave him a good script, he'd knock it out of the park. Plus, he's working with Martin Scorsese.
Yes.
And Martin Scorsese thinks that he is the best actor that he's worked with, I think. That's what I think he said.
Yeah.
Because he's so, like, unpredictable.
Yeah.
And I have the utmost faith in it.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
And you know what else I can't wait for is Avengers Endgame, baby.
Yep.
I mean, this film, again, this is the end of Phase 3 of the Marvel things. I know it's, like, the whole arc like you were just talking about, but technically... You know, it was funny because Phase 1 had 6 films, Phase 2 had 6 films, Phase 3 has had 10 films.
Yep.
That's crazy.
They had the money to just throw out more.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I cannot wait for this film. I mean, what can I say about Avengers Endgame that hasn't already been said? I'm really curious about where they take these characters and whether or not this is going to be the end of some of these characters and how they're going to end some of these characters. What are they going to do? Again...
Definitely don't think that they're going to do the same thing with everyone. I don't think every one of them is going to die.
No. I don't think that either. But how many people are going to come back? How are they going to come back? What's going to happen? Again, this is an unpredictable film, and we just talked about this. But it's like, you can't predict what they're going to do. You just don't know.
The quantum realm, dude.
The quantum realm.
They got to do that.
There's got to be something with that.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. There's no way they would put this much emphasis on the quantum realm and not utilize that in some regard. Yep. Maybe the quantum realm isn't affected by the snap. Who knows? I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it. And I'm saying this right now. I'm standing up. Okay. I'm standing up.
Okay.
Spread the word. This film has to beat Avatar. I'm sick of Avatar being number 1.
There's no way Avatar can be number 1 to the rest of time.
No way. Look, no disrespect to James Cameron, no disrespect to Avatar. But why is that film number 1 highest grossing film of all time? No. Avengers Endgame has got to beat it. Call your friends.
And if you think about it, since this is such a stupid thing to say, but the population always rises, so there's more people that need to buy a ticket.
What the hell?
Let's go, birth rate!
Let's go! It's been on the top for too long. We need to beat it. Star Wars The Force Awakens didn't even beat it. How? What? This is insane. Guys, listen to me. Listen to me right now. We need to beat Avatar, guys. We need to beat it. We need to beat Avatar.
I'm not looking forward to listening to that part of the fucking podcast.
No, but for real.
He's pretty much just making out with the microphone right now.
Guys, get your friends. See it like 10 times. We need to beat Avatar. And don't get me wrong, I think Avatar's an okay film. But $2 billion, guys. $2 billion.
Dude, you know what you just reminded me of right now? Is that Eric Andre interview with
Jeanette McCurdy? Yeah.
I need you to save the shit.
I need you to, like, I'm really falling on my face here. Like,
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, it was good. She's just like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That microphone was saying okay, too.
Yeah, I know. No, but for real,
Go see this movie.
go see this movie, okay? If any film can beat Avatar, it's this film. Okay, because now, even though Infinity War didn't beat Avatar, there's the loose ends that everyone has to know now. So now the people who didn't see it in theaters saw it on Netflix or DVD or whatever, and now they're so curious, they're like, I gotta see this in theaters now. You know? Mm-hmm. So, please, I like you, Avatar, don't get me wrong,
I don't.
but I think it's time. I think it's time that the mantle has been passed.
Yeah.
That someone else passes you, okay? Watch Avatar 2 come out in 2020 and be, like, amazing. Although, who knows, that might get delayed until 2045. It's been delayed for so long.
They cryogenically freeze James Cameron.
Yeah. Oh, also, there's also a couple other movies tied for number one for me.
Really? No fucking way.
Wait, dude. Look, there they are, right there. See, I'm not gonna see that. You see them right there below.
Yeah. Okay. What are they?
Dora the Explorer and Playmobil the movie.
Okay.
Yep.
Sick City, dude.
Sick City.
that's a joke. In case you guys didn't realize that, that's a joke. Okay, I'm not actually looking forward to Dora the Explorer and Playmobil the movie. But those are real films actually coming out. I looked it up. It's crazy. I know. It's just strange.
So,
if Michael Bay was still attached to Dora the Explorer, I kind of would be looking forward to it just out of sheer morbid curiosity.
there's going to be a lot of empty space on this episode.
Yes, there is. There is a lot of empty space.